Guys, so it seems that we are winning. Former PlayStation boss. This is not some no-name person in the gaming industry. A former PlayStation boss has basically torn the $80 games a new one. So it seems that the backlash towards $80 games has become so huge. EA is basically saying no because they know, because again EA already has enough backlash towards them as well. As basically EA has basically been destroyed for the greedy practices in the past. So I think EA probably says, yeah, we don't want to be on that side today, okay, as well. And basically, not calling PlayStation, okay, as well, okay, because one of the biggest problems of gaming, modern gaming, is the over budgeting of games, okay, like GTA 6, like it would make sense that they want to make GTA 6 80, like GTA 6, if you look at the actual game itself, it looks like a game that is worth 80, okay, as well. I don't think I would pay 80 for the game, but it does look like they put a lot of effort into designing the game, designing the graphical quality of the game. It looks like the creators of that game at least worked tirelessly into the game. And the same thing about Mario Kart World. Again, the Switch is not as powerful as console as these, PS5 and Xbox Series X, obviously. But even then, Mario Kart World looks pretty good for a launch title. Usually, launch titles are not really the best looking games for a console as well. Usually, it's games that come out later in time as well. So, of course, Mario Kart World is not going to be the most graphically impressive game. The reason why Mario Kart 8 looked so impressive was because because Nintendo still had to get used to, the graphics, understanding the hardware, understanding how the console works as well. That's why if you look at the GameCube, even the most graphically impressive games on the GameCube are games that came out later in the lifespan of the console. Same thing with the 3DS as well. A lot of the most graphically impressive games for the 3DS came out the end. Games like Pokemon Sun and Moon, the Ultra games, obviously as well. Those are the most graphically impressive games for the 3DS, or some of the most graphically impressive games. But I think the best ones, like the ports of like the Wii, like Xenoblade Chronicles was one of the most graphically impressive games in the 3DS, and it reached near the end of the console's lifespan. I think it'll be the same thing in the Switch 2. Switch 2, of course, the games at the very beginning are games that are meant to show off at least the power of the system, but Nintendo, of course, has not really mastered the Switch 2 yet. Okay, they have to get used to developing hard software for the game. So yes, some of the games at the very beginning, of the Switch 2's lifespan are not going to sell as well as games, are not going to be as graphically impressive as games at the end of the lifespan. And the same thing with, games, PS5 games. Of course, a lot of PS5 games don't really look that impressive. They look like basically games that look the same as PS4 for most of its lifespan. But then you have GTA 6, which looks like this huge, massive, it actually looks like a game that you would consider next generation. But the problem with graphics past GTA 6 is you can't really improve upon exact photorealism. You can't really improve graphics anything past that. So I think with graphics, we have reached the peak, we have reached the pinnacle, because there's only so much graphics we can have for games. Okay, you can only get so photorealistic with our games. Okay, that's just the reality of graphics. Okay, you're never gonna have huge graphical leaps again with games. Okay, it's never really gonna happen. Okay, that's just the reality. But with prices of games, we really do need to, we don't need $80 games. We need games that have passion and love put into the games. Not $80 bloated garbages with DLCs also passed on to it. Day one patches because they couldn't complete the game on time. And season passes and battle passes and microtransactions as well. Goodbye.